and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He's a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ertz over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
There we go, back man.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Let's look at the defensive starters now for Dallas. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Don't go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long. So Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Watch you now, Barney!
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now they try the right side here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to throw here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good opening drive. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
There we go, back man, 120.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
There we go, back man, 120.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Go. 280. What's this up?
Throwing his Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Wentz now on third and goal. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down.
319.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney.
right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Leopard! Leopard!
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Check, check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Kearns brings it in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Outside's coming, outside's coming.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run here with Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Robert Foster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half.
And the Cowboys will kick this one off. Number 24, back to return.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Three down.
Here we go.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Redskins as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Completes it right side to Cooper. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. The Cowboys on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going.
Now.
They have to continue to play at that level.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
4 down. Check.
They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 5. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind him in the scoreboard.
Now Wentz. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, baby.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
You got 3.
Done. 120.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is caught at the 8.
Oh, yeah.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
There we go, back. 120.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
To throw, it's Wentz. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Michael Bennett able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Hey, 4 down.
There we go, back.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. What that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Now let's go! Green 39!
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Watch tight end, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Over!
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's how we do, D.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Tate. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing his Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
120!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Leopard!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Over!
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
4 down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39!
They'll set up to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. 120!
Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Coming up the edge. Watch him up the edge. Here we go now. Blue 90. Gun.
Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Done. 180.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
3 down, 3 down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Here we go. Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Done. 120.
Now Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! 319! 319! Hot!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
All right, now, lucky
Yeah, that one
56.
probably should have been
Lucky
picked, huh?
56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
There we go, back man. 180!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Hey.
What's this up?
And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Check 6 guard. Blitz.
Hang in there now. Great.
Single. Check 20.
Go. 120. What's this up?
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Wentz again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Key 26.
Go. 280.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Woo! Let's get it.
Here we go. 180.
One final try now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charlie.